What is up? This is your LA in a minute. Now I'm here in Jefferson Park at Harold Belle's. This is where folks in LA who want delicious Southern and Creole cooking have been coming for almost 60 years. In fact, it's said that Harold Belle's is the closest you can get to New Orleans without leaving Los Angeles, so much so that Harold Belle's is the anchor of the New Orleans corridor. But Harold Belle's isn't only about delicious food. This is about family, tradition, community, and a proud LA legacy. Let's get into it. It's interesting to know that Creole is the only cuisine that was truly born in the United States, and that's why it's so important for Harold Belle's to carry on the legacy that began with Harold Legault Sr. and his wife Mary Belle, who opened the restaurant in 1969. At the time, Jefferson Park was a destination for many black Southern transplants moving west during the Great Migration. Harold and Mary Belle envisioned a place for Southern expats to gather, to enjoy good food and even better people. And they initially opened Harold Belle's as a social club. People played cards, they danced, they shot pool, they shared stories. But there was always gumbo bubbling in the kitchen and po' boys and red beans and rice on offer. The most expensive item on the menu cost $1, but guests enjoyed a party atmosphere with jukeboxes and even go-go dancers. Unfortunately, Harold Sr. passed away in 1979, but Harold Jr., who had been running a restaurant, Hungry Harold's, with his wife Denise, took over Harold Belle's. And they transformed the restaurant and introduced finer dining, white tablecloths, candlelight, and an expanded menu that showcased classics like crawfish etouffee, shrimp creole, and crucially, filet gumbo, served daily. By 1984, the restaurant was so popular that Harold and Denise brought in partners Al and Sue Honoré, who helped triple the size of the restaurant and the kitchen. Harold Belle's became even more of a special place for dining and for celebration. This was especially important because at the time, the area was, and still is in some ways, a food desert, and it was one of the few upscale black-owned dining spots in all of Los Angeles. It also led to a review in the LA Times that introduced the restaurant to folks outside of the immediate area, drawing new business. It was a home for Creole comfort food, but also a celebration of shared roots and dreams. Harold Belle's has all the New Orleans classics, from gumbo to jambalaya to po' boys to catfish nuggets. But I'm telling you right now, what brings me back to New Orleans are these charbroiled oysters. Oh my goodness. You walk in Harold Belle's and you feel the energy. There's a palpable noise, a good buzz that goes through here. The dining room, the bar, all the accolades on the wall. This is representative of a true community institution. That's Harold Belle's. By 2011, Harold Jr. faced cancer and the recession threatened the business. But son Ryan and daughter-in-law Jessica stepped in, representing the third generation of ownership. They continued the Harold Belle's legacy as a center for celebration and reinforced the restaurant as a symbol of hope, unity, and black excellence in Los Angeles. And speaking of black excellence, over the years, Harold Belle's has hosted politicians, athletes, and genuine human superstars like Rosa Parks. Wow. Ryan and Jessica added Harold Belle's To Go, the cleverly named quick service, and also created Go Plant-Based, their take on vegan New Orleans cuisine. They also created a new dining area for up to 30 people, as well as a state-of-the-art private event space known as the Peacock Lounge. Beyond culinary excellence, Harold Belle's true impact is its role as a neighborhood cornerstone, a place where generations have met, celebrated life's milestones, and stayed connected to the spirit of New Orleans, right here in Los Angeles. All right, LA, it's been a minute. All right, I wasn't going to leave here without getting a po' boy also. I'm in.